Hi, my name is Chad Burkholder from Agri-Tier. Thank you for joining us today in our Innovation Garage in Leola, Pennsylvania. Today I'd like to talk to you about a new product that recently arrived here at Agri-Tier. It is our first production Massey Ferguson SB.1436DB. That is small square baler, 14 by 36 inch chamber, DB double baler. From here on, I'll likely refer to it as a 1436. The 1436 DB offers a single chamber that is 14 inches tall by 36 inches wide, and we separate our bale with a stationary knife and a separation wall, thereby making two 14 by 18 inch bales. And I'd like to show you a bit of how that's done today. First thing that is very important is achieving a correct hitch height and PTO to hitch relationship. That is very easily done on the 1436 with very nice adjustability for both the hitch and the PTO height settings, which will allow us to accommodate a wide variety of tractors. We do need 1,000 RPM PTO and a minimum of 120 PTO horsepower available from your tractor. I'll show you a bit about the feeding. As you can imagine, if you are taking a 36 inch chamber and you're building two 14 by 18 inch bales, and I forgot a very important part, and that is that we have two knotter sets that tie. They function independently. Even with that being the case, that helps us out a lot with imperfect windrows. But even with that being the case, it is still going to be very important that we're evenly feeding that 36 inch chamber. In a perfect world, that happens in the windrow. But I've never seen a perfect windrow, so we need the baler to be creating some of that consistency. The way that's done, we're starting out with a 105 inch width pickup, that is panel to panel width. But we've even got an impressive 83 inch tine to tine width. So we're on par with a 3x3 large square baler for the width and capacity of our pickup. What happens after the pickup teeth engage in the crop flow is evened out by two 13 inch upturn augers, and they are feeding our preforming chamber, which includes a series of 3 and 7 feeder forks, both designed to feed the center and outsides, the full width of the 36 inch chamber, trying to get that crop evenly spaced in that 36 inch chamber. The 120 PTO horsepower is powering a very large and heavy flywheel and connected to a very high capacity heavy duty gearbox. Your tractor driveline is protected by an overrunning clutch. When you've got a flywheel this heavy, we need some protection for the tractor PTO brake and driveline. That happens through an overrunning clutch, so when you disengage your PTO, we're not putting all of that strain back through the tractor driveline. And we have an auto reset clutch for the main drive that will protect the baler. You can see the size of our gearbox, just the size and strength of the gearbox alone is very impressive. Again, we really believe this baler is built for high capacity and long-term durability and reliability. It's what we've come to expect from Massey Ferguson, both small square and large square balers. So the baler is standard with an Ag Copilot display from Simply Bale and a Simply Bale system. This does give us the ability to monitor flake consistency, flake size, number of flakes in a bale, and bale length. We do also, if the baler is ordered with a scale system or if it's added on later, we'll be able to automatically adjust hydraulic density on the bales based on the bale weight. Even if we don't have that option, we're still able to see our bale length from the cab and adjust our density from the cab. Right now here we can easily see our Knotter lube tank. So we are lubricating the knotters with a heavyweight oil, and that oiling interval is also controlled through our Simply Bale monitor. Moving around the baler, you'll see proudly made in Heston, Kansas. The baler is built in Heston, the same factory as our Massey Ferguson large square balers. We have gas shock mounted Twine doors, nice heavy duty doors. There is also an LED light giving us visibility for rooting our twine and tying our twine. There is an impressive 20 ball twine capacity, 10 balls per side. You'll still see some of our, this baler was just unloaded from the truck last week, so you'll see some of our gauge wheels and other components are still in the twine box for storage. We are able to not only access the twine through the gas shock mounted door, but we're also able, with this jack screw, to take the entire twine box and pivot it away from the frame of the baler, giving us really nice access for maintenance, lubrication, checking over things. As we move around the baler, you'll see this particular unit is equipped with the single 14L 16-1 tires. There is a set of tandem 12.5L 15s that could be added to the baler as well, giving you a bit more flotation for walking over pivot tracks or uneven conditions in the field, and also just more footprint for better flotation, less ground pressure. We have a nice access to the knotter system. And as we mentioned earlier, we've got 4 raspy heavy-duty knotters that are designed to handle twine with a knot strength of up to 270 pounds. And again, very importantly, through the 2 metering wheels, each side of the baler, each bale is able to be tied independently. The length is monitored independently, and the bale length will trip independently. So as the bales are coming out of the back of the machine, they may not be side by side. If the windrow is not perfectly formed at the front, in the field, which would give us, ideally, in a perfect world, they'd be tying at exactly the same time because they were perfectly fed. That doesn't happen, so we will be able to knot the bales independently. But nice access, and here you can see our distribution blocks for the oiling system, making sure that each fitting is getting the correct amount of lubrication. The baler is equipped with 2 electronic knotter fans. When we were at the front of the baler, I could have showed you that we do use an isobus harness for power because of the larger amperage draw needed to power the 2 fans. The Ag Copilot monitor is not an isobus monitor, but we're still using your isobus connector on the tractor for power. We do have a standalone harness available in case your tractor does not have isobus. Hydraulic density is handled through, you see the electrohydraulic control over the pressure on the bales, again, tied into our Ag Copilot monitor, and automatic control if we're equipped with scales. But you'll see that the density is being applied on both the top and the bottom of the bale. LED lights are standard equipment. The baler will be equipped with either a dual quarter turn chute or a dual flat chute that will drop the bales either on their side or on the strings. You'll see throughout the baler heavy-duty components. All of our chains are adjusted with adjustable idler sprockets and they're easy to adjust. When we rotate that twine box out, everything is right there in front of you. But you'll see heavy 80 and 60 chains throughout the machine, designed for long life. We are really looking forward to the capacity that this baler can bring to your farm. Small square bales are a really important product in this area, in this region that Agri-Tier serves. And we believe that this is an excellent way to get the crop out of the field and delivered to your customer in the package that they desire. Thank you for stopping in today.